Yeah, it started.
Okay, so today's topic is removing a file in Git. Yesterday, we have seen how to make a comment, how to add file, how to add second file, how to edit it. So we have stopped here yesterday. So to remove a file, you need to use the command git rm. Git rm file name. That is the command we will be giving. This rm command do two things at once. It removes S2 from the working tree. Okay, S2 is the file we have created yesterday and made a commit. So if we use the commit, if we use the command git remove S2, it will remove it from the working tree. At the same time, it will also remove it from the staging area. Right? We have three areas: working tree, staging area, and this history. This history contains all our commits. So if we use git rm command, means removing a file, it will remove it from the working tree as well as the staging area. Okay. So at the CLI, so what is the file we used yesterday? What is the repository we created yesterday is team git, right? So now we have entered that file. Let's see what are the contents there. ls. See, we have two files, S1 and S2. Now I am going to remove the file S2. So for that, I have to use the command git rm s2. rms2 is removed. So what is meaning by this command is it is removed from this working tree and also from the staging area, right? So now let's see again the git status. Git status command shows the status of the git. Deleted s2. It shows. It also shows the command. If you want to restore the file, we can just use this command git restore. So now we have deleted the s2 on the branch master. So again we use it now. We had removed the file. Now we have to make a commit. Yesterday we have learned how to commit from working tree to the staging area and the staging area to the history area, right? So we will just use git commit. Here this will open another Unix editor. So you can just this came because we did not use -m option in the commit we have used earlier. I'll show it again. So this editor is open. Here we can give a clear message, whatever you want. So I'll just write. If you want to write in an Unix editor, you just have to press caps lock plus I. Then it will show you here insert. Now you can write the message. Move S2. Okay, now I want to save this file and exit. How we can save this file? Press escape, colon, W. You can see this here at the end. Colon W, colon X. Now we have exited from that. So it tells us to enter the git message. Means here commit is already created. We have completed our git commit. Means it is our third commit. So let's check the diagram again. We have removed S2 file from working tree and staging area as well. Now what we left is working tree and the staging area and the history. But in the history, you still have S2. Means you can just restore it whenever you want. But in the working area and the staging area, it's not present, right? So what we did till now is we have matched working tree with the staging area. Okay, checking our comment graph, we can see the git. Now, you want to check what are the changes, who made the changes, just type git log. See, we have made 3 commits. First commit is add file s1. Second commit is yesterday we did these two commits, add file s1, add s2 and edit s1. So the third commit we did today is remove s2, switch s2 as decommission. We have seen this message because we did not use -m option in the git commit command, right? If you want to see the message here, you just have to give git commit. Yesterday what we did, we used git commit -m file name, right? Today we just use git commit. If you want to see the message what is in the file, you just have to write git commit. Or if you just want to know what is the commit you made, you can use git commit -m file name. Okay, so now we have built up a git history. We will do we will see how to undo the changes we have done to the working tree and the staging area as well. Means we want to restore it as it was before. Okay, so now let's start with making changes to the SI again. VI. If you want to edit a file, you just have to write VI-S1. Means VI means open. The Vim editor we are using, S1 is the file name we want to open. So we have entered this message yesterday. You want to write caps lock I. Now insert it. So today is our second class, right? This is our second class. So I just want to save it. Exit, escape, colon, W, colon, X. Okay. We have saved, we have edited the file S1 here. So what we will see is S1 is changed. S1 will be changed in the working tree. S1 will be changed in the working tree, but it has not staged in the staging area. Means it is not committed to the staging area. If we want to commit this, we have to use the git checkout command. We can just replace the S1 file, what is in their S1 file, we can just replace it by giving git checkout command. Right? It is a new command we are learning today. To replace anything means we cannot commit every time, right? So we just have to replace everything. So now we will use the git checkout command. Git checkout dash file. So after that, we will be seeing git diff back to CLI. So now just see the difference between the first file and the second file. So in our first file S1, we have these 2 lines. In our second file, we have added this. So this will be in a green color, that it is the difference between the first S1 file and the second S1 file, yesterday's file and today's file. The file is same, but we have edited it today. So just to see the difference, we use git diff command. So here what it is in the green color, it is the difference between the file earlier and the file today. So we can just undo the modification. We can just write git checkout means it will undo, means it will replace it. Whatever it is there before, it will just replace it. Okay, it is done. Now, if you want to see everything is replaced or not, just have to see git diff. Git diff shows nothing because there is no change at all. Means we have replaced our previous file. So there is no difference between our yesterday's file and today's file. Today the file we have edited and the yesterday file we have created, there is no difference between that because we have replaced it with the git checkout command. So now let's again see the git status, right? There is nothing to commit. Working tree clean means there are no new files and there are no commits to made. Everything is clear. But keep in mind, we can't recover the changes. Means whatever, so we have deleted this line. Means we have replaced it, right? We have restored it. So now we can't recover the change. Whatever the changes we have done to files, we can't recover it again. Only the first time we can change it. After that, we cannot replace it because it's not. It will be not stored in the history. Means we are still working in our working tree and the staging area. We haven't made our commit to the history yet. So if we change something between these two, the changes cannot be recovered because they are not committed to the history in the .git subdirectory. So let's see how to unstage a file in the staging area. We have seen till now what we have seen is working tree, right? Undoing files in the working tree we have seen. Now we will see the staging area. Let's read the S1 again. VIS1. See, it is back to the first class. I mean, first file. Means we have just replaced it. Or you can say undid the changes. And press caps lock insert. This is our first class. So here I want to type cell type. How are you doing? So escape colon W colon. So let's again use the get diff command. So this is the first the line we have added now. So this is the difference between the file S1 and S2, the 4 file S1 and the file we have edited S2. So now we are about to make a commit from the staging area to the history. So we have learned the commands yesterday. Git add. So now let's see the difference again. What are the difference? Git diff shows nothing because our working tree and our staging area are already matched, right? So now our last comment is not made yet, but we have matched the working tree and the staging area. If you want to see the difference between the staging area and the history, you can just use git diff. Git diff is the command we use to see the difference between the working tree and the staging area. Now, if you want to see the staging area and the history difference between these two, you can just write git diff dash dash stage. See, again it shows the same difference. This is the line we have edited before. So this is to see the difference between the working tree and the staging area, we use git diff command. To see the difference between staging area and history, we see git diff dash dash staged option. Stage command. So now we will see the diagram again. Oh, sorry. Let's see the git status before going to diagram. So it shows modified S1. It is also become tracker file and committed. So there are no new changes to be committed. So everything is modified here. So let's put the diagram. So what we have used before is git checkout out dash dash h1, means we are replacing what is in the working tree with the staging area, right? We can while undoing the staging, not staging, sorry, undoing the files in the working tree and the staging area, we use this command git checkout dash dash file name, not h1, file name. So we use this command to undo the files between the working tree and staging area. So now, if you want to undo the staging of files, means in the staging area, if you want to undo anything, just have first we have to make a commit git add s1. This is the daily process for every commit you are about to make. So git add s1. So I just told you. Next, I just told you to see the difference between the staging area and the history. You use this command git diff dash dash stage, and then if you want to see uh, the commit we are about to make, we'll just use this command. So let's see how to use that command. After we do this, we can do this by git reset command, right? Git reset head. We can unstage the files by using git reset head command. Here head means it refers to the most recent commit s1, right? I have edited the s1 file. It refers to the most recent command. Head refers to, remember, always remember, we will talk this head in the next concept, branching and merging. But so to understand this here, you just have to keep in mind that head refers to the first commit, recent commit we have made. So we now what we are doing is undoing files in the staging area. You just have to type git reset. For what we are using this to undo the files in the staging area. To undo the files in the working tree, we use the command git checkout dash dash s1. To undo the files in the staging area, we use this command git reset head s1. S1 is the file name, so git reset head is the command. Unstaged. It is unstaged in the staging area. It shows the output. So now let's see the git status. It shows that git is modified but not committed yet. So no changes added to commit. We can have modified, and if it is not changed, we can also, it shows, we can just add it to the commit by using git add command. You know that if you want to commit between the staging area and the working tree and the staging area, you just have to use git add command. So it shows this here. Git restore means you can just restore these files anytime by using the git restore command. So we can also see now with git checkout. So now we will use git checkout dash 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 s1. So we have unstaged the S file. Nothing to comment. It shows nothing to comment here. So what we have done till now is we did the unstaging of the files in the working tree and in the staging area by using two commands: git checkout dash dash file name, git reset head file name. So we have seen the status. Now let's look at one more undo action. Means you want to restore. We have deleted the S2 file, right? In starting here. git rm command. Using git rm command, we have deleted it, but that s2 file is still present in our history, right? Learning from an earlier. The S2 file is not present in the working tree and the staging area, but it is present in the history. The second commit we have made, we have S2. We can just restore it from that S2. So for that, command is git log dash dash S2. Sorry, git log gives us the two commits we have made till now. Here we can see the files regarding S2, where we have added S2 and where we have removed S2. These are the two commits referring to the S2 file. So if you want to restore this file, I told you about the hash function that git uses. So 75D58, this is the hash function, 40 character hash, secured hash function. So now if you want to restore this file, the command is git checkout the first 5 letters of this hash, means the commit from first. The first commit we have made about S2, from that we have to take the hash function, not the recent commit. So, we'll get confused here which commit we have to. So let's stick with the first commit. What is the first commit we have done for S2? From that you have to take the secured hash. It's shaky. We have to take it from the first commit, not the recent commit. From the first commit, we have to take the first 5 letters of that. So I have 7, 5. Everyone will distinct hash functions 7, 5, D, 5, 8. So let's see if either S2 is restored or not. To see the contents in our file, we use the command ls. See, we have restored S2, so it shows in the what are the contents of our file. ls shows we have two files, S1 and S2. We have restored the S2 with the command git checkout the hash function from the first commit. From the first commit, we have made 5 letters, just 5 letters from the first hash function of S2 and dash dash and the file name. You can just restore commit. Now we want to make a commit, means the commit we do that from the working to the history. So now let's go ahead with the commit git commit. Now we will use dash m option here to see the difference. Git commit dash m restore. Right. So this is the git commit command. So it says one file change, 2 insertions, git is committed, git committed. So let's see the diagram here. We have restored the file S2 file from here. So what we did till now is we have restored S2 with this command git checkout and the 5 letters of the hash function dash dash S2 from this two working tree and the staging area. Means we are placing that in this. We have restored it from the history and we will place it in the staging area and the working tree. What the git rm command will do is, if we use git rm command, you just delete that file from the working tree as well as the staging area. Now if we use the git checkout command, you just place it here and place it here. Two areas you are just placing it. So now if you want to commit, we are in the staging area. We have all So if you want to commit, you can just use git commit dash m restore s2. So what we have done till now is we have restored s2 from the history. Second commit we have made. We just placed it from in the working tree and the staging area with the command get checkout hash function dash dash s2. After that, we have made our commit git commit dash m restore s2. So we did this because we have s2 file in the staging area, because here working tree and staging area are already matched. So we don't have to use git add command. Means the commit which we will make from working tree to staging area, what command we will use? Git add command, right? We don't have to use that because already it is matched. Working tree and staging area have same files. So that means we just have to commit it from the staging area and this history. So what is that command we use is git commit dash m restore s2. So we have retrieved it. Finally, we committed the restore of s2 with the standard git commit command. So this is the command. So after that, we will see the git ignore files. Git ignore file means you have hundreds of files, log files, let's say log files, so many useless files. Means a compiled code, you need that, but you don't want the Git to track them. Means it will be a burden for the Git, so you just want to ignore the files. So how we will ignore the files, we will see here. So let's say we have created some log files. For that, you have to create again a project. So let's say make file. Don't type cd dot dot. We are, because we are still in the same directory. Team Git is our directory, so we are still working on it. Until we are done, don't come out of it. I'm creating the file. Touch my creates the directory there. Now we want some log files. Touch log. To create log files, we use this command. So let's create another log file. Let's see the git status now. We have created our log files. So git shows untracked files, logs in myapp.pyc. This is the pyc extension of the file. So it says git shows untracked. But now what you want is, you don't want the git to track these files. Actually, what you will do, if it is an untracked file, you just commit it because you want the git to track it. Now you don't want the git to track it. You just want to ignore it. How you will ignore it means we use the git dot ignore file. gi dot git ignore. So it will open the ignore file. You can just ignore, means it is also Unix editor. You just have to give the file names you want to ignore. For that, now you have previously made a file with .pyc extension, right? .pyc extension. Now you don't want anyone to track .pyc extension files, so you just have to type press caps lock plus I to that into it. Now you don't want anyone to track pyc extension files. For that we have to use asterisk. You can just we have created only one PYC extension file, but if you have many PYC extension files, means any files you don't want to uh, track, you can just use asterisk dot PYC. Now what will happen is all the files, whatever the files that are there with .pyc extension, they will be ignored. So after that, if you want to ignore the log files, the logs you have to write in this format, log slash. So now let's save it and I'll exit. Save W. So now I have exited now. So let's see the git status now. See, it's not showing the files here. Means they are ignored. Dot get ignore file only is showing here. Not logs, my app.pyc extension. These all are ignored now. So Git is not tracking them. They are just ignored files now. Now let's make a comment again. You have ignored the files. Now you want to make a commit. Remember, it is always mandatory to make the commit. Means if you want to store that in the history. Now you are storing in the history that you will ignore these files, right? Using dot ignore. So now first make a comment git add. If you I told you yesterday, if we have two files, you can just write git add s2 s1 on the file name. But if you have many files, you can just add git add dot. Means all the files will be added to the staging area from the working tree to the staging area. Don't forget the commit command we use for the working tree. From the working tree to the staging area is git add command. From the staging area and the history, if you want to commit something, git commit dash m, or you can just use git commit. So now I am commenting it between the working tree and the staging area. So git add dot. It will give a warning, but you just have to type again git add dot. So now everything in the working area is added to the staging area. Everything in the working tree is added to the staging area. So now commit the staging area with the history. For that we use the command git commit dash m, then add dot git ignore file. So committed. Everything is committed from the working tree to the history. Right? So now let's go back to the diagram. What we have done till now is ignore this command. What we have done is working tree and the staging area we have committed with the command git add, right? Git add dot. If we want to commit it from the staging area and the history, we added git commit dash m, not this command here. We are using the git ignore file. So we have committed it. So what we have done till now is, let's see. We have removed an S2 file, commented it, right? We have seen the number of comments. This is the third comment we have done today. And we have edited the S1 file, big difference between the two files. Checkout means to undo the files in the working tree. In the working tree, to undo the files, we use this command. That is the command new we have learned yesterday. Today. Git if dash dash stage means we are undoing the files in the staging area, right? After that, we have restored something from the history to reset head S1 means means unstaged from the staging area. Sorry. After that, we have restored S2 from the history using the first commit, a hash of first commit. We have restored it. And now we have created a file here. Git logs. This is the git.getignore file. We have created it and ignored. So we have made our first commit from the working tree to the staging area and the from staging area to history. So we will see the commands again. So you can just see the graph here. See, these are the commits we made till now. What we did is we have first yesterday we added the file s1. After that we added file s2 and edited s1. Third commit what we did removed s2, and in the fourth commit what did we do? We have modified s1 file, means restored s2 file in the fourth commit. After that we have created .ignore file which ignores all the log files. See now, working tree is the area where we will be seeing all the changes, right? Editing, deleting files. Here we can see the files. This is the place working tree which is visible to us. Now, if I told you before, if you want to commit something from the working tree to the staging area, you use the command git add. As I told you, if you want to commit from staging area to the history, you use git commit command. Either you use dash m option here or not, it is your choice. If you want to give a message, you can just use git commit, or you just want to make a commit, means you can use git commit dash m. After that, if you want to undo the changes in file from one staging area to the working tree, we did it with the command git checkout, right? After, if you want to get something from the history, we have used git reset head file name. Head refers to the most recent commit we have made. After that, we have removed s2 file. We have created the git ignore file. So this is our last part. Now let's quickly see the commands. Right? It's, everything is counted because we committed the git ignore file. Now quickly the commands. 1 minute, guys. I have already created a new directory and new file. So you cd dot dot. Now I will go into the. I have created the file cd fed. That we have two files ls f1 and f2. Now the commands what we have done git rm f2. I have removed the file to sorry guys, I just 1 minute. Okay guys, let's see. This is another file. I'm finding some error in that file. So I have another file team B yesterday which I have created. Now I will use it git rm. I have removed the file t2. Let's look at the git status. It shows deleted T2 low.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, that's it. So,
Yeah, hello.
yes, that's it. Tell me.
Here, I have a doubt that what difference between git diff hyphen hyphen staged and git checkout hyphen hyphen s1.
EIT checkout is the command we use to restore it from the working tree and the staging area.
Working tree to staging area.
Yeah, means here git checkout means it will whatever the history it is in there. S2 is in the history place right now. So you will just keep it in the staging area and the working tree again.
Okay, okay.
I will send you this PPT. You can just see it again. You will understand. Now we have seen the git status. Everything is deleted. T2 file is deleted. Now I just have to make a commit. I just have to write insert T2. Guys, after removing a file, don't forget to write this line. What are the file you have removed? Write this file escape colon w. So I have saved that file. And you can just see git log. We have made 4 commits till now. This is the commit I have done now. Now to undo the changes again. Now I just want to type what is your name? What are you studying? Escape save colon. After this, what are you studying? This is the new edits I have done. See git status. It shows file T1 is modified. So we are doing the undo the modification. It, as Ritvik asked before, is doing the undoing the file in the working tree and the staging area. git diff shows nothing because there is no change, means it is replaced as it is before from the git working tree and the staging area. Ritvik, did you understand it?
Yeah. Now we go for the git status.
Yes. Everything is committed here. Back to the place it was. Captcha file. File and exit. On it. Now I want git commit. Means I can git. Let's see the difference. Git shows nothing because everything matched in the working tree
Git
and the
diff.
staging. Uh, staging is matched between the working tree and the staging area. Now, so now dash dash space we come that command we use because we want to store it from the working staging area and the history. Git diff
Hyphen stage.
everything dash dash space. So this shows the difference between the staging area and the history, right? So let's see. Let's commit add p1 after we see git status. File t1 is modified. It shows. Now we will set it and for unstaging the file in the staging area and the history, we use this command
Reset
git reset.
head.
It unstages the staging area between the staging area and the history. So let's again change the status. Git status shows it is modified but not committed. So we can also restore it. It shows we can restore it from the git checkout command. So SST1. Now let's see the status. Everything is committed. Now see, now we will see what are the changes, who done the changes, git log to the S2. So these are the commits we have made for the T2. Let's get T2 from that commit. None history for restoring the T2. So I want to restore the git T2 file. Check out the 5 hash what we have from the first commit. And here the first commit C0C40. So let's see. See, we have the T2 file again. So this command, by using this command, git test file. Sorry. Oh, okay, guys. We have given the hash, so it identified it as a T2 file. I forgot to give the name file here, file of name, but it had restored T2 because it knows the hash function of the T2. So now I want to make a commit. Git commit dash n or T2. So I have restored it in the test.
We don't need to check out that.
Once I'll check with them.
Git checkout of hashcore hyphen hyphen s.
Yes, yes, I'm okay, guys. It is showing detached. Maybe I have done something wrong. So I'll get back to you at this. So let's see the last one. Dot get ignore file. You can see I have already this logs and myapp.pyc. I have created them. So now you just have to open vi dot get ignore file. I have created this two files, guys, already. Logs and myapp.py extension I have already created. You just have to open git ignore. Uh, you can use star.pyc. Sorry, insert type. You can use asterisk dot pyc to ignore all the files of pyc extension. So that log files you need to ignore it. So just type log colon escape save. After this, let's see the git status. So you can see here git ignore files is not showing logs and myapp.pyc. They're only showing it is showing dot git ignore. So we have ignored that logs and pyc files. So that's it for today, guys. On this git restore command, I'll just get back to you. What is the wrong I have done it here? Can
Sankitana,
test it with.
can you get back to git checkout of hash code? We'll write hash function. We'll write there once check that command.
Yes, I'm telling you that I think I have done something wrong in the first attempt. Here I forgot to give file name. I thought it will go directly to the hash, so you just have to type here file name. Don't forget that. Okay,
Okay.
I did a mistake here, so it is detached head. It's showing detached head everywhere I go. So head detached head. This is hash function. So if you don't comment that mistake, you can just restore it T2 while you are commenting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's it for today. Will anyone have any doubts? Okay, guys, let's call off. Bye.